Yo, what's going on, man? Anthony Set on Success Henderson right here. And today, what I want to talk about in this video today is the reason why success happens internally before it actually shows up externally. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I've been getting a lot of messages from a lot of different people. I've been talking to a lot of different people, and I've been noticing some things about certain people and people who are actually getting results versus people who are not getting the results that they want in life. And right now, specifically, I'm talking about business results in terms of closing sales, in terms of making more money. But this is something that you could actually apply to your life in any different area. I don't care if you want to make more sales, if you want to make more money, if you want to feel more fulfilled, if you want to experience more joy, more satisfaction, just more energy in your body, or if you want to go out and transform your body. Because right now I've been on a journey of transforming my body first, and I actually use that energy and that motivation to actually help transform my business. But it's something that happens on the inside of us first before it ever shows up on the outside of us. And that's what I actually wanted to discuss in this video is how do you get the proper energy inside of you and the proper vision inside of you that you can actually go out and start putting that stuff into practice, putting the energy that you experience inside into motion in order for things to show up on the outside for your life, right? And I'm all about motivation, inspiration. So that's what I talk about is how do you experience more joy, more satisfaction, more money, more overall just a better feeling, right? And the reason I really wanted to talk about this right now is I got a good story I'm going to share with you that kind of illustrates the concept, I guess you could say. And before I get into that, man, I think it's funny that I just left the gym right now. I finally made it back to the gym after 10 days. I dislocated my shoulder 10 days ago, and I haven't been able to get back to the gym. Today is my first day back, and I killed it 2.2 miles. 2.2 miles in 18 minutes, so I felt good about that. But getting back to the real reason for this video, I want to illustrate a concept, right? I want to tell you a story. It's a dude who in the gym, this dude been in the gym for weeks. He been in the gym. It seemed like he actually been in the gym since before I got back into the gym. And you might see this dude in the gym. He might just come up to you and just start lifting. He like a short dude, but he got like a round body. No definition. Really, like if you just was walking by him on a regular basis, you might be like, okay, he might be strong, but you wouldn't necessarily assume that he goes to the gym, right? And the reason I bring him up is because this dude has been in the gym for a long time. Like he been in the gym before I got back into the gym. And this year I've already undergone a transformation. My body looks different. I'm happy about that. I've been pushing for that. But the real question is, how was I able to get to that, right? And the thing is that you got to see it on the inside before it ever shows up on the outside. And how do you actually get that proper energy? How do you get that proper motivation within yourself before you actually go to work and let things show up on the outside, right? And the one thing I want to say is that in order to go through that stuff, you got to believe that it's going to happen first. You got to believe that stuff is possible first before you actually go to work on it. Because before I got back into the gym and before I started pushing myself in my body and pushing myself in my mind, which I should just let you know something real quick, is the way that I structure things out right now is I go to work every morning on my body first, on my mind first, because when I get in the gym, when I hit the treadmill, it's a mental thing. Because when you got like 30 seconds left and the treadmill is on 10 miles per hour, the way that you talk to yourself on the inside is what's going to get you to keep going through those last 30 seconds when your lungs is hurting and your mind might be telling you certain things like, yo, it's starting to get real right now. And you might not necessarily want to keep going, but the way that you talk to yourself on the inside is what's going to push you over that edge to keep going. And that's what's going to show up on the outside. And getting back to my man, the dude that I was telling you about, the short dude, kind of round, this dude been in the gym for a long time. And I'm not talking down on him. I'm just talking about getting results. I'm talking about getting the things that you want, because obviously, my man, he might be exactly where he wants to be. He definitely has a good energy. He's in the gym every day, but me specifically, I haven't seen his body change, and that may not be the reason that he's in there. So what I'm really talking about right now is getting the results that you want on the outside. And I'm saying that they start on the inside, but I'm using him as an example because my man has been in the gym for a long time, but his body has not physically changed. But for us, right, for people that do want to see things change, for people that do want to get different results, we got to see those results on the inside first before we go to work to get them on the outside. And it's that consistent work on the inside of us that actually helps us to get the things that we want to see on the outside, right? So success happens internally before it shows up externally. So what do you actually do, right? How do you get that on the inside? And it's all about raising your belief level and raising your faith before you actually get those results. So this is what I want to talk about. What I want to leave you with in this video is the structure or the way that I was able to go about getting it, because I think it'll help a lot of people, right? So what I did actually, number one, the first thing that you want to do is get a clear vision of what you want. What are you shooting for? What is it that you want to do? And for me, physically, I wanted to get back to 189 pounds. That's where I wanted to be, because actually I feel right when I'm at 189 pounds. I feel like I look more like an athlete. I feel like I am really internally, I'm where I need to be. That's like where I hit home. That's where my identity is like, hell, growing up, I was always hooping. So I felt like I should at least look like, yo, at any given moment, we could jump into a game of 21 and I'm going to give you some go. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I should be on a daily basis, right? So number one, know what it is that you want. Even in business, it can be, do you want to get more sales? Do you want to bring in more customers? Whatever. What is it that you want to do? And even in life, do you want to experience more energy? Do you want to experience more joy? But number one, know what it looks like. What does it look like when you live a life that is more fulfilled and more satisfying and more joyous, right? What does that look like on a day-to-day basis? How do you feel when you wake up? What are you doing on a day-to-day basis? What do you do in the morning? How do you look when you actually brushing your teeth in the morning? You know what I'm saying? It's a certain posture that happens, you know, and that's a vision that you get from the inside, right? And once you got that, you just put a little faith in there, put a little belief that that's going to be able to happen. And then you go to work towards that. You actually step into that motion, to that vision that you already have for yourself. And it don't matter what you look like on the outside. It don't matter what's actually going on the outside, because once you start taking those steps, once you start doing that, if you do it for a long enough time, it will show up. So that was actually number two, go to work. Go to work on what it is that you want. Go to work on what it is that you want to happen, and go to work long enough for it to show up. Because this is what happens. I think this is the structure of the way that things actually show up in your life, is that number one, you believe that it's possible. You get a vision for what you want, number one. And then number two, you believe that it's possible, and you go to work on it. And you go to work on it for maybe 30 days, maybe 60 days, maybe 90 days, you know, go to work for what it is that you want. And then it will show up. But first, all you're starting with is just a little bit of faith. And then that faith you turn into action. And once you turn that action into actual real steps, then you start to see the results and the fruits of what you've been working towards. And all you need is a little result. All you need is one result. And I'll give you a quick example is, for me, in undergoing my transformation, as soon as I took a picture where I was like, hell, my first picture, I was at like 210 pounds. And as soon as I took a picture that I visibly could see difference, what I had at that point was a real tangible result. And that real tangible result will fuel your faith. And once you fuel your faith, then you actually go out and take more action, and then you get more results. And it's really just a 3-step process: is have the vision, have the faith, put it into action. Once you get that result, it's going to cycle. The whole thing is going to cycle, and you'll be able to start to see the results in your life that you want. But it all happens on the inside first. And that's what I really wanted to stress in this video first today, is that success is going to happen on the inside of you. Whatever your success is. I use the word success, and it's a vague word because each and every person is different. Each and every person in the world is different, and we all got different goals, hopes, desires, and wishes, right? So whatever success is for you, believe that it's going to happen understand that it's going to happen on the inside first. Put it into belief, put it into action. I'm fumbling my words or whatever. I'm about to go in the house. I need to get my protein in me. But number one, man, see what you want. Number two, take action on what you want. Number three, stick with it long enough for it to happen. And I promise you will see a drastic change in your life, in your business, whatever it may be. But I want to wrap this video up with saying that, because I did mention that I am in business. I do things right now. I am working towards helping people to get better results in life. So the number one thing that I want you to do is click a button. There should be a button somewhere on this page. If it's on YouTube, if you're on Facebook watching this, there's going to be a link in the description somewhere. If you're on YouTube, it's going to be a link right below this video. But click that button, go over and download my ebook, The Entrepreneur Who Never Quit, because that's going to put you on my email list. And I'm going to email out a lot of stuff. If you're looking to start making more money in your life, if you're looking to start just making some changes in your life, I promise I'll be able to help you out. That's what we're going to be making happen. That's what I'm on a mission to do. So right now, I'm Anthony Settle Success Henderson, man. I will see you later on. All right.